Meanwhile, nearly 80 people are in custody after U.S. Marshals seized dozens of guns and several pounds of drugs in Clayton County. Atlanta News First Sarah at the Clayton County Sheriff's Office. So, Sarah, this was part of a weeks-long operation?
Yeah, that's right. So over the course of the last 3 weeks, law enforcement officials, including the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and the police department, they targeted these suspects wanted for things like murder, aggravated assault, child molestation, rape, and other crimes. And they tracked down a total of 78 people. Now take a look here at these photos on your screen. This is the moment officers arrested dozens of what they described as violent offenders and found in total 46 illegal guns, 57 pounds of illegal narcotics, and $18,000. Now, Deputy Commander Dennis Durando with the Southeastern Regional Fugitive Task Force says they made around 40 physical arrests during this 3-week operation. The other arrests came either right before the operation began or the suspects were already found in jail. And the U.S. Marshal's Office says over the next 90 days, officials say they will analyze statistics to determine how the operation impacts violent crime in the area. And Durando says they got most of the fugitives on their list, plus some other arrests.
So that 78 number does encompass what you consider a collateral arrest, right? So a fugitive that we came across when we were arresting another fugitive, or someone who, let's say, we found with a felon in possession of a firearm, they would get arrested. We would add that to that 78 number. For the targeted apprehension attempts that we had, we were pretty successful going off the list we were targeting.
And we're told that the Clayton County Police Department will use the data gathered during this operation to initiate new drug and gang investigations here in the county. Live at the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, Sarah Hammond, Atlanta News First.